to go ahead and say it. I'm gonna get this off my chest. My eyes are up here. I've seen the comments. Carol Baskin definitely killed her husband and fed him to the tigers. There, I said it. Don't at me. I've been extremely productive this week. By productive, I mean I binge watched all of Tiger King. What? Watching it has got me wanting to start all of my videos like, hey all you cool cats and kittens. I have been stuck inside my house for so long, I lay awake at night thinking of ways to sneak out of my own house. But if you had Latino parents growing up, or even if you had strict parents growing up, we've been about that quarantine life since day one. This all reminds me of this time I was dating this guy when I was 16, who my father so lovingly called Cucaracha Caminando. And by dating, I mean sneaking around. Just to spite him, I had to find the grungiest, dirtiest, no car, no job having, long-haired guitar player. One night, he invited me over to listen to his band, eat Taco Bell, and hang out. What girl can turn down Taco Bell? It all sounded great, besides the fact that he lived 3 miles away, I didn't have a car, and I wasn't allowed to leave the house. So I decided that I was gonna sneak out. I waited for my parents to fall asleep. I tiptoed all the way to the furthest window away from my parents' bedroom, removed the screen, quietly climbed out the window. Because I'm smart, I left the window cracked enough just so I could get back in. The plan was that I'd get back at 4, 2 hours before my parents have to wake up. I gave myself 4 hours to walk to his house, hang out with my boo, eat my Taco Bell, walk back, sneak back into my bedroom, and go to sleep before my parents woke up at 6. So after my long walk, I finally made it just in time for his garage band practice. It was a romantic night filled with chalupas and taco supremes. My kisses taste like tacos. But all good things come to an end. Obviously, time flies when you're having a good time, and when you still have a 3-mile walk back home at 4 a.m. Needless to say, on my walk back home, I was on cloud 9 when I finally made it back home with 2 hours to spare. The window I had left cracked open was now closed and locked. So at this point, I figured the cat was out of the bag. So I accepted my fate. I needed to find a way back into my parents' house so I could at least get a couple of hours of sleep before they grounded me for life. I made my way over to my sister's window and I'm tapping on that window to wake her up. She gets up, lets me in, and I'm making my way down the hallway, and there my dad was. I immediately froze. I already knew I was gonna be grounded for life. I mustered up enough courage to unleash the fury of a 16-year-old girl's scorn. Oh, I let him have it. Why would you lock me out? Where was I supposed to go? You just wanted me to ring the doorbell so I wake up everybody and look like a jackass. So the whole time I'm berating my dad, he says nothing. Once I was done yelling, he looks at me and says, "What are you talking about?" What? Did you just tell me you snuck out of the house? No. My dad got up in the middle of the night to get himself a glass of water, saw that the window was open, thought he left it open, closed it, and went back to bed. He had no idea I even left the house. So after my mom woke up and they were done scolding me, they decided to keep me up for the rest of the day, forbid me from seeing the walking cockroach again, and grounded me for like a year. And that's where my self-quarantine training began. If you're out there and 16 years old wanting to sneak out, just don't pull a Vanessa. Honestly, if I hadn't sold myself out and had been grounded for so long, I wouldn't have been so awesome at this whole stay home quarantine thing. So, thank you, Mom and Dad.